there. Welcome to the Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha. We are your hosts, Denise
and Rexy, and we are recording with special support from Council Member Mark Collier.
And we're broadcasting from our galaxy to yours.
May the force be with you.
Always. What's up, Herd?
Hey, Herd.
So last week we talked about Lexicon, right?
Yep. And this week we are here to tell you about the Tulsa Comic Swap.
Yes. Okay.
Which was in Glenpool, not Tulsa.
I keep thinking Sepulpa. I mean, it's just outside Tulsa.
Right,
like, it's not like...
Yeah, I just remember I kept getting it mixed up because it's in Glenpool. And I kept thinking, oh, it's in Claremore. Because I don't know. Like,
Claremore's like the complete opposite.
I know. I kept getting it confused. Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah, so Tulsa Comic Swap. This was our first year going to it.
Mm-hmm.
Was
it its first year?
No, this has been a couple of years now,
okay.
I think.
Okay.
It slowly has grown. They do it twice a year, Father's Day and then Halloween, I think.
Oh, that's right. I remember hearing about the Father's Day one.
Started off just as a comic swap, and Nick's been trying to grow it to be like more of an actual convention.
Yeah.
Like a Tulsa Comic Con, and not only just have comic books, but collector items,
other vendors, food trucks,
celebrities, artists.
So that is the goal. The goal is to grow until Tulsa has its own.
Yeah.
And we could use something like that. So that's really exciting.
We are always saying Tulsa needs more cons. Yep, there you go. Comic Cons.
Yeah.
But this one was a very interesting convention. It definitely catered to collectors.
Yes.
And that was really cool.
If you were an art collector or like a comic book collector, you would have been in heaven. Like, there were comic book vendors everywhere.
Yeah.
Like, everywhere you looked. And every time you looked at one, there were like 2 or 3 people digging through the comics all the time.
The entire day, people digging. Yeah. But it was also cool. They brought in also a lot of like collectible collectors.
Yeah.
So
I know you got a couple things, right?
I did, but I stumped a lot of the vendors.
Yeah, because you were asking for Jar Jar. So I was there a couple of times, and I got to see the looks on people's faces.
Denise likes to collect Jar Jar Binks, and every because there was a lot of Star Wars collectibles there. A lot from Phantom Menace. There was a vendor who also had a ton of original toys.
Nice.
I saw a lot of Black Series.
Yeah, I remember seeing a lot of Black Series.
And every time I'd be like, "Hey, do you have Jar Jar Binks?" Like, a lot of them would be like, "That look." They're like,
yep.
"Are you
that
sure?"
Look so many times.
Are you sure? Like, yes, I'm sure.
Like, you guys, I saw Power of the Force toys.
I got
no Jar Jar.
I got a Qui-Gon Jinn. And
I saw him. Nice.
So I showed it to Owen when I got home, and he was like, "What's wrong with his arms?"
We all would love to know the answer to that. Yep, we all are still waiting. Yeah, but no Jar Jar. Also, no Rancors. I look everywhere I go.
Rancors anywhere. Rancors. But I did find a really cool Padme doll.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Phantom Menace. Yep. And
it had the
dual
right?
face, yeah. Yes. So you had Padme without the white face paint. Mm-hmm. And then you could swap the head and the white face paint Padme on.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
It was cool. And it was in her the robes.
The orange ones.
Yeah.
Yep, the flame ones. If you've read the books,
you would know.
The flame ones.
Yep. But yeah, so there was a lot of really cool collector items there.
Our friend Rebecca Heen was there, and we got to hang out with her, and that was really exciting. And shout out to Rebecca. I don't know if you listen to us or not, but your otter onesie was everything I wanted it to be. Yeah. Everything.
Yes. You were adorable in it.
Yes.
And it was fun because we were so lucky we got to be right next to the Star Wars clubs.
Again, yep,
Again,
that's
which is
2
always
cons in a row, 2 days in a row, we got to be right next door to our Star Wars buddies.
actually, I think every con we've done,
We've
we've
been,
we've
like,
been
across the
right
hallway or right next door, yeah.
because, like,
We've been really lucky that way.
Neosho, we were right next to him
You're
when we
right.
did, what was that con we did with,
Was it ArtCon?
that was Neosho, our con.
Oh, that's
Also,
the same thing,
Oklahoma
huh?
Comic Con, we were right across the
Yep,
way.
we had
Um,
ROS and
yeah.
Star Wars right across from us.
I mean, we're a fan table of a fandom of Star
Yeah,
Wars, it
it
just
makes
makes
sense that they
sense.
would put us with the other.
Um, but yeah, we got to hang out with them
Yeah.
all day, and Phil and his wife were there.
Oh my gosh. She makes the best Jawa because she's so little. So little. She's just the perfect Jawa.
It's so great. I love them. They are
Yep.
fantastic people.
We'll find a picture as long as they approve and we'll put it right here.
So that was a lot of fun. We got to hang out with them, and then Courtney and Josh. Josh did the bed music for us for this, so that was
Yep.
a lot of fun. But yeah, we got to just hang out. I think it was a very
It was very low key, very chill.
very chill.
And after the craziness of Saturday, I wasn't terribly mad about like just sitting down.
Yeah, it was definitely a different pace, and I was okay with it. And
we had plenty of time to walk around and look at things. And I know Denise found a few things. I didn't find anything I liked, but I did have a chance to just hang out and talk to my friends, which was super awesome. And just take some pictures.
And then we also got to do a panel at this convention.
Yep.
So that was we did one before at ArtCon, talking about
fandom in your daily life.
yes.
Yeah, like living your life with your fandom.
And this time we mixed it up. So last episode you heard a lot of interviews with people.
Yeah.
Asking them silly random questions.
So fun. We answered them ourselves.
Yeah, we were sitting there and we were trying to think of what we wanted to do for this panel. Like we knew we were going to do a live podcast recording. We just didn't know what topic we were going to discuss. We're like, well, there's so many different things. We could just do another like reintroduction to ourselves, kind of just rapid fire, talk about like your favorite movies, characters, books.
And we did think about that, like a top 2, top 3. We thought about that.
But then
we've done episodes like that already.
So, but then I was just like, we're so dumb. We've never asked each other all these questions that we put people on the spot to answer.
No. Like every once in a while, we'll answer just off the cuff when we're talking to somebody, but rarely. So yeah, it's time for us to be put on the spot.
It's only fair.
Yeah.
We can't expect you guys to do it
and
without
that's how we
doing
started
it ourselves.
Our day. First thing in the morning, we had rapid fire asking ourselves these silly Star Wars questions.
And it was to the point where we didn't even know which questions we were going to ask until we were literally sitting there. We had all our papers laid out. We're like, this one and that one.
So there was no time to prepare, but it was so fun. And we had a very tiny audience. We had shout out to Phil and Eric, who were there with us.
You might hear comments to Eric in the video because we are going to share the panel after this little discussion.
Yeah, I might cut some of that. And then our panel room moderators.
They were so
great.
They were
fantastic.
They were so much
they were
fun.
Super engaging.
I also interviewed both of them, so you will get to hear their answers to some of the Star Wars questions.
Nice. Yeah.
And then after that, I think I sat there and talked with the one guy for like another like 15 to 20 minutes, just talking all the random Star Wars
wandered
things.
around the con. I went and talked to Platypus Dad.
Yes,
we saw Platypus Dad, and he gave us this adorable.
I just enjoyed the week.
Can you see her?
It's a Hello Kitty.
Hello Kitty Vader. So I'm gonna sand her up and finish her and paint her, and then you will see her on our table.
Yes, and then we did
back here somewhere. Maybe
we'll get there.
Maybe up there.
But we also did interview him as well.
Yep.
He also rickrolled us.
He did. He did. He had little QR codes Like, one of them went to his Etsy, and, like, one of them went to his Instagram or something, and, like, one of them rickrolls you.
He's like, "Scan it if you dare."
Yep.
And then it wasn't working, and then it finally, like, popped up, "Oh, yeah."
And so I got a bowl of macaroni, and I don't remember the joke he said with it.
I
Do
don't
you?
remember the joke either.
If you're listening, tell us the joke. I can't remember why you gave me macaroni and cheese, but Bonnie Bonnie has the macaroni and cheese.
Yeah, she does.
Yep.
It was pretty funny. I just sat there and I looked at him and was like, "Really?
Really, really.
Um,
And then he gave us macaroni and cheese.
yeah, but the like, see, it was like
It was so fun.
that was the kinda things that I really enjoyed at
Yeah.
this convention.
I like the time to have those interactions.
Yeah, yeah.
The time to, you made a connection with the moderator and you got
Yeah,
to
I
just
did.
hang out and talk to
Yep.
him for like 15 minutes. Like at a super busy con, we don't have time to do that.
No, we don't. And so it's a nice way to get to know the community that you are potentially gonna be doing other conventions with as well.
Mhm.
And so it's always nice to build up that, like, camaraderie with them,
Yeah.
because we do see a lot of people all over Oklahoma. Oklahoma's
Right.
not a big state.
It's not
Um,
it's not a ton of events. So, if we can all help build each other up, then
yeah,
it's
go
not gonna
support each
hurt
other, like,
anybody.
it's just a lot of fun. There's, like I will always tell people that Oklahoma has a great community when it comes to especially, like, the clubs all hanging out with each other, like,
Yep.
vendors supporting each other, like, you always see them coming together.
Yeah.
Um, I
The
love our
nerds are pretty great here.
yeah, and I love our Star Wars
I
community.
do
I think
too.
we
Yeah.
have one of the best Star Wars community in the country.
I
Like, the
think so
people
too.
here are super accepting, they're super open.
We
Um
all, it's like we're all one big club. We're all one big Star Wars costuming club. Like,
Yeah.
yes, there's different divisions, there's different chapters and legions and clubs, but like we're all one big family. And we hang out and we do so much stuff outside of the clubs together. I mean,
Mhm.
Denise and I have this podcast, and me and Denise and Dina hang out all the time and like make weird things. And, like we go support each other and our interests.
Mhm.
And, we hang out every Halloween and go over to Chris and Dina's house.
Yeah,
Like,
it's just
it's way beyond Star Wars. But Star Wars brought us together, but it's moved way beyond just Star Wars for us
and
at this point.
and I think that's what also made this convention fun because we had a lot of our friends go with the Star Wars club, like Aaron was
Yeah.
there and Josh and Courtney and, we talked about that, but we all got to just sit down and hang out and talk about some of our favorite things. We had a
Yep.
lot of discussions about, Star Wars books with the legends
Mhm.
because there's a very, like it's so weird because I feel like it's either you read the canon and you love it,
Yeah.
or you just read the legends and you love it, and
Oh,
there's
not
some
much
people
mix between the 2?
that don't mix between the 2. There are some, um, so, like, I'm going to this weekend make a list. I'm like, "If you have not read the canon, here are your top 5 you need to read."
Nice.
Like,
Okay.
and I'm sending that to you, Aaron. You are gonna read the canon books, and I'm gonna get you hooked.
Yeah,
Um,
Aaron.
I love you, Aaron. You're so great. Um She reads a lot of the Essential Legends, and
Oh,
she's
nice.
like
Okay.
she hasn't read any of the canon books
Okay. So
because
she's a Legends fan, but
she
she doesn't.
loves that legend story.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
I think that's where there was a lot and that's what we were talking about while we were talking about books. I don't know where you were. You're doing
I don't
something.
know either.
But,
Who knows?
like, it was me, Aaron, and Phil, and we were talking about how there's every what's really rough is everybody read these Essential Legend books before Lucas, made the prequels and before he sold it to Disney, so
Okay.
everybody knew these stories, and there's hundreds of books. Even I will throw that Lucas also said they're not canon. He
Right.
never, ever, ever said that they were canon. But these are so they're like fan fiction, but they're
Yeah.
really good fan
But it's all
fictions.
fan fiction that got edited and published, and people
And
really love it.
And the
Right.
thing with these, like, books, despite them not being, like, official, they still kept with the story, they all kind of followed the same, like, trajectory.
Okay.
There was still somebody that, like they had a database that made sure that, for the most part, there was continuity between everything.
Okay.
Yeah, there's some, like, plot holes, but most stories have that.
Yeah.
Um, so when Disney bought Lucasfilms, they had to scrap it all because
Okay.
then it turned into this whole, like, publishing thing and who gets what and that, so Disney was just like, "We're just gonna start from scratch."
Okay.
We got originals, we got the prequels, we have the Clone Wars show.
Okay. Everything else is new going
Yeah.
forwards. Okay.
And so
I always wondered why that happened, but it was all
also,
just
it's
rights and
because
copyright issues and things.
yeah, and because then now moving forward, Disney can control the whole story,
Yeah.
and give them the creative, like
Freedom.
yeah, there you go. My
That
brain
makes sense.
just and so, because they didn't have to buy, like, the rights to reproduce it, but now
Okay.
they're starting to release the Essential Legends, new copies of them.
Okay.
But with this story, they could expand on the way that they wanted to, and they didn't have to worry about crossing or taking other people's story ideas.
Okay.
Granted, there are stuff from the legends that they have pulled in, like
Right.
Thrawn.
Yep.
Thrawn is one of the greatest things they pulled in from legends.
I would hands down agree with that. Yeah.
And so seeing that,
It's such a good.
and because of that, there's some people who don't want to read the new stories because they become so accustomed and they love all those other stories.
Yeah. And
And
if
I
you're reading canon, then it changes
and
everything,
so,
right?
like, when we talk
The
about
story you love becomes entirely different.
yes, and so when we talk about, like, canon versus the Essential Legends, Luke Skywalker in the Essential Legends, he gets married to Mara Jade, and they have
Mhm.
a son whose name is Ben. In the new stuff, Han and Leia, they have a son's name who is
Right.
Ben, and they have this different connection with Ben because of the Obi-Wan show, and so people didn't like that.
Because they already had a story that they had been accustomed to, that they
Yes,
loved.
and
Yeah.
so
That
and,
makes sense.
like,
Okay.
the courtship of Leia and Han,
Yeah.
like, in the canon, they get married immediately after Return of the Jedi,
Right.
but when we read the courtship book,
We
it
know
was
that didn't happen.
not the
Well,
case.
in that story, it didn't
It
happen.
was not the case in the
I
Essential
I look
Legends.
at it as like alternate universes.
Yes, yeah.
It's like, you
Oh,
know,
somebody described it perfectly, and they said that they take the legends so you know how in every, like, society, they have these, like, these stories that get passed down from generation to generation that are kind of like these tall tales, like,
yeah,
that's what's somebody was like, "That's what the Essential Legends is. It's the tall tales that
yeah,
get passed down from, like,
it
generation to
totally
generation."
is. That totally, I like it.
And I was like, "I like that theory." And
Yeah,
so sometimes it's hard because I know we jump back and forth when we do Bonnie's Bookshelf a lot
right.
from
We read legends and
canon to
canon
legend.
and comics, and
So sometimes those lines get a little blurred,
yeah.
like, when we read,
I definitely get them mixed up sometimes. Like all of the stories are beginning to mush together in
so,
my
like,
head.
the Rancors, all this stuff we learned,
Yes,
not canon.
I know, and I keep forgetting that, and it is total
It is
headcanon for
totally
me.
fine though because you love
I
Rancors, so you can
do.
enjoy that, like,
Yep.
foster it, love it,
Yep.
like,
And so in my head, the Rancors are very social, very intelligent,
and so and there's nothing wrong with that, and,
Yeah.
like, that's what's great is because you can pull that in
Mhm.
and love it, just don't always expect it to be the story that Disney's gonna tell.
Right. Yeah, that might
But
not be the Rancor that I get
that's
to see on
okay.
TV, but it's the Rancor I get to read about.
But that's, like, my all-time one of my all-time favorite Star Wars books is a Legends book. It is that courtship of Leia,
Mhm.
and also,
It is so good.
Force Unleashed. But that's
Okay.
what we're gonna read for
Okay.
August next year.
Okay.
Throwing that out there right now.
Nice.
Um,
Okay.
but, like, yeah, so we got to sit down and we had, like, a full hour-long conversation about this, and I still don't know where you were.
Where I
You were doing something, but we were all just sitting there
for a
chatting
whole
about
hour. Where'd I go?
I think you were there, but maybe talking to somebody
Oh,
else. I don't
maybe.
know.
Okay.
But we just talked about books
That's
and just
cool.
the different things, and Phil was like, "You need to read these legends," and I'm like, "You need to read these canon," and I'm like, "Aaron, you need to read these ones." Like,
Aaron.
Denise is coming after you.
She's coming for you.
But yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, and I really enjoyed that, and we had a blast.
Yeah.
Like, so with that, we've been talking for a while.
Oh, yeah.
Um, Denise went on one of her book tangents again.
It's fine. Speaking of books, I finally had time to sit down and read Quest for Planet X,
Oh, yes!
and it was so fun. I really liked it. Um, I know this isn't like that episode, but just to talk about it for a minute, if you haven't read it, there will be spoilers. Um, I really liked how it was like it did kind of gloss over that we don't know where the gaze electric is. It's
Mhm.
vanished. I don't like that unanswered
Oh, but
question.
the next book
Oh, will it fill that in?
Yeah, because the last book is the young adult book, and that's next.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want what happened?
It
Okay.
was a fun kids book.
It was really fun, but it did leave me some questions for the adult book.
It will get answered in the last young adult book, which is next for phase 2 of the High Republic.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then is that the last book in phase 2? And then I'm on phase 3.
Mhm.
Cool. Okay.
I just finished. I'm all caught up on phase 3, and
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Just waiting for whatever comes next.
it's gonna gut me. I can feel it already. It's gonna gut me.
They're pretty good about that. It kind of. Did you ever watch Game of Thrones? Did you
Yes,
ever
I
get into that?
love Game of Thrones.
Oh,
That and
same. But
so
it was like nobody
okay.
was safe. Like
So
you could not get attached to anybody because they would unalive everybody.
funny enough, when it was okay, I didn't watch Game of Thrones until right before the last season. I was always like, I'm not gonna watch it. Like, it was one of
Okay.
those, like, I haven't watched it, and I'm like it was like my bragging, right?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then, so the summer before the last season, I binged all of it.
Okay.
I binged it all. It's been off the air long enough so we can talk about the ending.
Right. Yeah.
So, when Daenerys turned evil
Mhm.
and people lost their minds, they're like, "That's so unlike her." I'm like, "No, that is absolutely 100% her character,"
It's
because
in her blood.
but
Like the
watching
madness is in her
so
genes.
I think part of the problem was there was, like, a 2-year gap.
Mhm.
And so I literally binged all the seasons leading up to it. So each season, you could slowly see her starting to get a little bit more mad and a little bit more power hungry every
Yeah.
season. It was very subtle. So when it's
But you watching bam, 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 bam.
I was like, "Oh, this makes perfect sense."
Okay.
And people are like, "How could you say that?" I'm like, "Well, if you binge watch it all and like a straight story, it
Okay.
absolutely follows." Could there have been things that were better in that last season?
Of course.
Absolutely. But that turn
I
wasn't as surprising to me as a lot of people thought it was.
I thought it was totally in character, but for other reasons, because like madness is often
Yeah.
genetic, and madness is in her bloodline. I mean, like
Mhm.
we're thinking about times when bloodlines were so intermarried that, like, madness and like
They like to keep it in
the,
the blood.
like, yeah, it was just like, but we all know that that causes abnormalities and bad things to happen
Yep.
in your children. So that's a no. We don't want to do that. But
Yeah, nobody was safe in that show. Nope.
no, very much
Nope, nope,
reminds
nope.
me. The High Republic reminds me of that because they'll just like, oh, you like this character? Snap.
Yes. I still
It
can't.
made me so sad.
Ooh, talking about phase 3, we get flashbacks from a character from
Oh, okay,
phase 1
okay.
that we were very attached to.
So phase 3 goes back to phase 1, right?
Phase 3 takes off right after phase 1.
Cool. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, so what they did was we got introduced to the Nile in phase 1.
Mm-hmm.
Phase 2, as you've learned, it kinda gives kind of the backstory of the Nile and where they go, and then now phase 3 is all the Jedi
It's so
side.
much of like the path of the open
Yeah,
hand and
which led to the Nile,
yeah.
which you'll learn in the next book, like the
Well, I mean,
full
I figured that's where that
yeah.
was going. Like
Um,
they've never come out and said it, but like the way this is going and like how the mother is just all about like completely
oh,
having control.
this last
She
book,
unleashed the leveler. I mean,
the
like,
last book, dude.
yeah,
Like, yeah. And then so phase 3 is a lot from the Jedi side.
okay,
So it's not as much as the Nile, like, it's there, but now it's how are the Jedi gonna handle this?
okay, because we haven't gotten much of that. We've gotten a whole lot of
Ex
Ro just going
Ooh,
on the attack.
I'm just now thinking you're gonna
He's
be
such a clever.
so pissed off at a character at the end of this
Oh,
book. The
which
next
one?
one.
The next one that I have to read.
Yeah.
What is that one called? Do you know? I need to look up. I need to get on Libby and you know what? We have just been chattering for about random things. We should let them go and let them go watch
Yes.
our panel.
And then after that, we do have a few extra interviews too that we did talk
Yep.
to people throughout the convention. So those have some really fun ones also.
So hope you enjoy.
Yeah. Course questions and you need to answer.
Yep. And we figured out we've never asked each other these questions. We've never answered these questions.
Never answered these
and
questions.
So we're going to do that. So, hey, herd. Welcome to the herd. Those of you who have never encountered a Sisterhood of the Travel and Bantha show before, this is it. We have beach balls and lots of laughs and some weird stuff, and we're going to have a good time. So thank you guys for coming. Those of you guys that are listening along at home later, hope that you guys are enjoying the videos and the pics of this con as much as we had fun making them.
Yeah, we will also include interviews of people that we pestered and made answer questions.
And at the end, something that yesterday, because we did have an event yesterday.
Yes.
We were in Lexicon and Stillwater. And something that we were not able to do there is we could not reveal our final count for the money that we've been raising for Real Loki Superheroes. We get to do that today.
Yes, and we have a special guest for that.
Yes, we do. So we have a special guest who will be here with us. You guys know her as Moana. We know her as Arlene. And she will be here, or Wonder Woman, or Wendy. So she will be here this afternoon to take the money, the donations, and our final count. We're very excited about that. But
questions.
Question time.
Do you want to pick them out? You seem to. Do you want me to pick them out? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know. I always get to do it. Do you want it?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll ask. Okay. Let's see. If you had to choose a Star Wars character to babysit your pet this week over the weekend, who would it be, and what kind of trouble would they get into?
Oh gosh. Oh man. Who would I have babysit Nova?
And if you guys have anybody that you
R2.
would,
R2 babysit Nova. No, Chopper. No, wait. Nova would hate Chopper.
R2 can't speak.
That's true. Nova wants
can't speak.
How
would they communicate?
That's true. Nova does need pets. Jocasta. I would send Nova to the library to hang out with Jocasta New.
Okay.
Because it's quiet, it's calm. Jocasta wouldn't let anybody bother. My girl is a 15-year-old Alaskan Shepherd. She wants to take naps and be cuddled and have snacks, and that's it. So I think Jocasta New.
I think I'd pick Sabe.
Ooh, for your kitty cat.
So if you guys don't know who Sabe is, she is one of the handmaids.
Yes.
That works with Padme, and she is like the main handmaids. She is like essentially a trained assassin and very caring, very loving. And so I would have her watch Nova, and then they can go on adventures. And Nova likes to bask out in the sun, and Sabe spends a lot of time on Tatooine.
Yep.
So it would work.
Be great.
It would be perfect.
What about your cats? Who would you foist your cats upon? Their cats are demons. Cats. One of them. One of them is very sweet. One of them is the devil. Oh my gosh. Okay, I would tell this story. We were at Denise's house and we were trying to work on our mandos. So we were trying to make some new mandos. Her cat kept stealing our sewing pins. So we'd like lay our patterns out on the floor and we'd be trying to like pin things together and cut them out. We'd get around and be like, where are the pins? Oh, the devil's got them over there in the corner. And he would try to like bury them in the carpet. So then you find the pins later with your feet.
You know,
that's the demon.
Yeah, this was also the same cat that tried to climb up our fireplace one night.
Oh,
so I don't know. Yeah,
yeah. All right.
But
so
I would, because I want to see the antics, and he already resides in our house. It would be Jar Jar Binks.
Yes.
Jar Jar Binks. They don't. Oddly enough,
Jar Jar's taking a nap.
Jar Jar is taking a nap. Oddly enough, they don't mess with Jar Jar Binks in the house.
Really?
Not at all. So I have a 7-foot tall Jar Jar Binks, and and they just hang out there and they just stare at it from across the room and they don't mess with it. So Jar Jar Binks.
I keep waiting for a picture of her cats like perched on Jar Jar. No. I want that picture.
No. They perch on the chairs and they just stare at him. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. Do you want to pick a question?
Yes. All right.
No.
I don't even need the paper.
I know you don't need the paper. You've been asking him all weekend.
If you had to fight 100 duck-sized AT-ATs, AT-ATs for those of you lazy folks like me, or one AT-AT-sized duck, what would you fight?
just because it'd be easier, 100 duck-sized AT-ATs.
How would you win?
I would just go running through and punt them like a football. Because they're not very, like, somebody said it yesterday in one of the interviews. They're not very stable. They're very wobbly legs. And so, do you know how hard it would take down a duck that's like,
oh my god,
4 stories tall? That just
yeah. What could you do? I don't know how you would get away from a
You'd
duck.
have to get movement.
Maybe, and then
hey,
like
all right.
really big net.
Yeah.
But then you have a whole bunch of meat and you can feed the hungry duck.
Okay. I've never had duck, but I've heard it's very greasy.
It's very greasy.
Okay.
I-
Yeah, there we go. Okay,
Yes,
where are you gonna get the grasshoppers? This was your plan, Phil. No.
Wizardry is how it would happen. Wizard.
All right, I would choose the AT-AT-sized duck. And how I would win,
Oh no.
I would make friends with it. I would feed it grapes because ducks love grapes. I would make friends with it, and then I would get it to let me ride it, and I would ride it into battle.
How just
Where do you get the grapes?
that's a lot of grapes. That is a lot of grapes you would need to get.
Yeah, I have a Sam's Club card. Yeah.
And fuck Costco. It's a warehouse store.
See, grapes. You just lay them on the floor. Lots of grapes, lots of grapes,
That
lots
is
of grapes.
a lot of grapes.
Scoops them up, and then when it bends down to scoop them up, I just crawl up it.
Mm, yeah, this is very true.
Now, see, if the Empire had AT-AT-sized geese.
Oh
That's
yeah,
a
all
whole
bets are
different
off.
These are mean. What do you think Ewoks do for fun when they're not battling the Empire? I know.
Tanning hides for new dresses
For Leia.
for Leia.
We
What
had
do
a
you
whole
think they
discussion about that the other
Yeah,
day.
we did.
I think that they are. I think they're just all camping and making s'mores all day long
I like it. I like s'mores.
with stormtroopers. Using
Roasting them over the roasted stormtrooper bodies.
Play Battlefront 2, have you?
Oh, I have. I love Battlefront. Star Wars Battlefront is like one of
No,
my
I'm
favorite
just
games.
saying, like, there's horror mode because of
Eric,
because of them
you're also taking them the wrong direction. You're taking them the wrong direction. You are my only source of photos and videos for this episode.
like, it's
So
horrifying.
I'm gonna unplug your CPAP machine.
I also
I've never been so scared to be.
but there's also like a real like the theory that they are cannibals, but they can be cannibals because they're animal like sentience, but they eat the stormtroopers because in a Return of the Hope.
Return of the Hoe. Oh my god.
I said hope.
Denise, it's
I
not
said
that
hope.
kind of show.
Oh, I said hope. Return of the Jedi, you see all they're getting ready to eat Han Solo.
It's true. It's true. They're hungry.
They're always hungry.
Yeah.
Distract
Always hungry.
Yeah.
Owen, Jeremy. Yeah.
Do you want to pick one?
Ooh.
I
If you could have any job in the Star Wars universe, what would it be and why?
think I just want to be a Mandalorian.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not
down to it.
surprised.
I want to be a Mandalorian. But then again, that's the only costume I ever wear now is
Yeah.
my Mandalorian.
Yeah.
And I can literally do whatever I want. I don't have to pick a side. I just work for whoever pays more money. And then occasionally I can save
Yeah.
Grogu.
I want our duo to be real. I want like our Jawa Mando duo to be real. I want to be a space pirate.
I do want to be a space pirate.
Yeah.
I want to be on Hondo's crew.
Same though.
Hondo, like,
We can be on Hondo's crew and then we just take over when he retires.
I don't think he would ever retire though.
He's gonna get old eventually.
He get old when he's too-
He's gonna get old and die eventually.
Well, that's pretty morbid.
Everybody dies.
Yeah, I know, but I don't want to think about my favorite Star Wars character.
I mean, that's fair.
I, just-
Maybe your favorite Star Wars character should be a droid.
I mean, I already get enough of like Star Wars deaths in the books.
Oh my lord, the High Republic has
We
been
already
just
got to see
ripping our
Luke
guts
die
out.
because he was tired. So
Okay. No.
He
okay.
He was projecting so far.
It takes so much energy to
Like he
force
literally
project.
used all of his life force, the rest of what he had.
And he fought Kylo and like defeated Kylo, and he saved
From that force projection.
and he saved the entire resistance and gave him the chance to escape. Like that's a lot of force.
And then
energy.
he died because he was real tired after that. I mean, you know,
because it's well,
because he projected every bit of himself into that battle and then into saving, and then he was like, I got nothing left.
But it was also his like ultimate act of redemption, especially for the sequel story.
Oh,
like,
man.
and just like, and
Yeah.
it was just like his father had the ultimate, like he redeemed himself, saving Luke and the rebellion. He did the
And
same
that was
thing.
the end of it. And then he.
But also in the books, they go into it more than like the TV shows and the movies. Like using the Force, like takes a lot out of you physically. So it makes sense. I think it was such a great sacrifice on Luke's part. I know I'm in the minority that thinks that. I'm okay with
I will
that.
say, like, all of the books that we read and stuff, it really does add so much more to the story.
Yeah.
That makes everything feel more important, you know,
And-
because we get so much more of the backstory.
I feel like, and with like the sequel movies, not so much the other ones, but the sequel movies, I hate that you almost have to read the books and get some of this extra lore.
They leave so much out.
They're like,
Yeah.
hey, here are the movies. By the way, do your research. And I'm like,
Right. Like,
Right.
sorry, there's a lot more
And
we're not
that's
going to tell you.
And that's where I feel like the new shows, especially like The Mandalorian and the Ahsoka show, they're starting to fill in those plot holes that we didn't see, especially with like people are like, how did Palpatine come back? And all of a sudden he's cloned. But now we've learned, especially with the Bad Batch cartoon,
Yeah.
like
Now we know
Project
how and
Necromancer
why.
has been there for a while and been in the background trying to.
But if they hadn't given us that, we wouldn't have had a clue.
Yeah. Somehow
They're like,
returned.
somehow Palpatine returned.
it is funny that Disney was like, hey, here are the sequels. By the way, we'll give you context. It's
Yeah,
like,
just
what?
hold on for the ride eventually.
But they also did, but George Lucas also did that with the prequels.
Yeah.
Because
Here,
a
we'll
lot
give
of-
you information eventually.
So
How many seasons of Clone Wars
Yeah,
to get
Clone
our
Wars.
context between
Oh my gosh, I
Yes.
know.
7 seasons
7.
to better explain why Anakin went from this moody teenager to Sith Lord. Like it, you need to know, and
Hey,
you
Rebels
see.
was pretty important afterwards.
Yeah, I really like Rebels.
Oh man,
and
Rebels was incredible.
that was a
Me
great
and
show.
my roommate love Rebels, and we're just like, it's not a kid show, please watch it, please.
You know, they make it for kids and adults. Like there's some episodes you're like, okay, yeah.
Halfway through the first season of Clone Wars, I'm going like, what kind of body count are we talking here? We're gonna commit more crimes today, boys.
Chopper has the highest
the
count.
best. Chopper is the best.
Has the
Okay.
Yeah, but Luke took down a whole Death Star. He took down 2 million people.
Yep.
So he's also a war criminal too.
Yep.
If you're viewing from the Empire side, like
Yep,
you
then-
are.
And you are. Yes. Okay.
My favorite
I have another one.
show ever.
If you were gonna give the Death Star a fun makeover, what would it be? And what feature would you add? What would be like the feature?
Death Star.
Death Star.
Okay. I want to give it like, I want the ability for instead of shooting a planet destroying ray, I want it to shoot a planet terraforming ray.
Yeah.
So it like, so planets that have kind of gone, because in Star Wars planets do kind of go extinct, like it goes through and it like re-terraforms the planet and generates new life. So let's give it all fun earthy tones.
Nice. Okay.
They're like researching different plants and creatures. They got
Oh,
labs.
I love it.
I want it to terraform.
Good
That's
job.
what we're going with.
Okay. I want
Something sparkly.
I want it to be a giant rave planet. Like I want the Death Star to be like outlined in glow sticks, and I want the ray
to be beaming down like just the sickest beats you've ever heard in your life. And you get into the Death Star, and it's just like wicked DJs on every level, right? And there's black light rooms, and there's comfy couches if you're too tired. I just want to rave. I want a rave star.
So would it be like a station that people work on, or is this like a destination spot like Bespin?
Yes, it's like a destination. Like it's like a vacation. So you still have people that work there because people have to maintain it. But
like a cruise line.
Like a rave star.
A rave star.
Instead of a Death Star, it's a rave star.
Okay.
Okay, now I want some EDM Empire music.
You said a disco ball?
Yeah, disco ball. Look like a disco ball and then be glow sticks and raves, and I love it. Yes.
We had somebody say a disco ball too, and it would emulate like sunlight and
yeah.
Yes.
They were like, it's blind everybody.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that's what we like.
I like it. I like it. Everybody who comes into contact, boom, you're a disco now.
That's I love it.
All right, that's gonna have to be it. Phil, please make me a rave star. Phil made our Jar Jar. He made our Jar Jar. It was very much just taking a nap through this panel.
Yeah, that's all right.
All right.
We've had a long weekend. I do have our next question.
You got it ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
If a Sarlacc pit had Yelp reviews, what do you think the most common complaint would be?
Most common.
I got mine.
Literally can't find my way out.
Okay. Mine would be the food's too acidic.
There we go. Food's too acidic. Can't get out. It's too dark. Everything's wet. Yeah.
So would the Sarlacc be the restaurant, or was the Sarlacc the food?
How are they reviewing?
Maybe the Sarlacc. The Sarlacc is the restaurant, and then inside of it is.
So then, are you eating the acidic
I think
poison
so.
that's in its like guts?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh,
Oh, maybe they're like kind of halfway cooked already. 0 stars slug in my soup. Yes. Oh no.
Because I wonder how. So that makes me wonder, like, how many people are actually in the Sarlacc pit? Because the acid keeps them kind of like slowly alive and preserved for
Right.
like 1,000
Does that mean
years.
Boba got out?
1,000 years, but he had his armor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We had the best guy.
How many people would be in it? Because it's just
God,
very
thousands,
small
right?
on the surface, and it just goes down.
Yeah.
But it's also Tatooine, and there's not a whole lot going
That's
on in
true.
Tatooine.
So maybe there's not a ton of people, but maybe there's a lot of Jawas and Tuscans.
Yep. They're very
Mhm.
large. They're like 50 plus meters. They
Yep.
go deep down.
Note to myself.
into-
Put this up.
No. Well, it's kind of like a blob.
Yeah.
Like it just,
It's a blob with tentacles and teeth and acid.
yeah, just, like think of like a kind of like a root. Yeah, and then like tentacles come out, but it goes like very deep
And then
into
there's
the ground.
teeth.
The teeth keeps things from going back out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because the teeth are all angled this way.
Yeah. The teeth were actually added in later after
no
the
kidding.
original because our
The
digital
Oh.
and that's
Oh,
the
okay.
remastered
Okay.
version because it wasn't like scary enough.
So they added the beak to make it more scary.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I
know.
The kids it can be.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Now just a blob.
It's a blob with a beak.
Which one are you picking?
If you had to pick a Star Wars character to teach you how to dance, who would it be?
Jango Fett.
Okay. What would be your signature move?
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready? Because Jango Fett.
Oh.
Oh, I need space.
Okay.
We
Okay.
need space. Now you need to envision this with an umbrella, and he just dances. It's actually a call out to Jingle Fit actually doing that dance.
Yep.
In production.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
I do.
Yeah. You have to imagine the umbrella.
Let's see. I have. Okay, I don't have a demo, but
You have made everybody else demo.
okay. I would want to learn to dance from Lando because I think he would know like all of the like fancy dances, and I don't know any of them. You know, like
He's in the Dance Dance Revolution.
I don't know. Waltz. I don't know how to waltz though. I know how to two-step, but I know how to raise.
So you like the dances that you see in like this historical time period?
I want to learn how. I think it'd be so
I
fun.
think Lando would know. Lando would.
Trying to talk her into teaching me to swing dance because this one can swing dance, and I want her to teach me how to swing dance.
Oh, me. We'll get there.
Eventually, with all our
We'll
free
get there.
time, you know. Yeah, I don't know how to demo because I don't know how to do the dance. I need to be taught.
All right. So you ready for the next one?
Lay it on me.
All right. Would you rather have Yoda as your life coach or Chewbacca as your personal trainer, and why?
Chewie is my personal trainer because he's so fun, and I love Chewie, and we would have a blast. I feel like, I could just ride around on his shoulder. He would make me tall. I could reach all the things that I can't reach.
Tall.
It'd be good. I like it. And Yoda would just get frustrated.
I could see I could see that.
I'd be like Yaddle's little.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. I think I would choose Yoda.
Yeah.
Although I think I would get frustrated him at some point with his reverse talk.
Yeah.
But based on where I am in my life, I would like to have Yoda there
Yeah.
to kind of like give me wisdom as I try to parent a teenage child.
Oh, sure. Yeah, because he's been there, done that kind of thing.
He teaches.
Yeah.
He teaches the younglings. He
Like it.
helps out with the fat ones. I could totally use Yoda's help on helping figure out how to navigate a child.
I see it.
So, Chewbacca, a bartender.
Oh.
Ooh.
Because it's kind of the same thing. Then you get drinks.
Right,
I'd
yeah.
say a lot.
She was sitting there
of
listening.
bartenders get
Somebody yesterday, we asked about the job, and they said that they wanted to be a cantina bartender.
because they get to
Talk
hear
to
all
everybody.
the stories and meet
Yep.
everybody. And I was like, yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
You can listen to some jizz.
Yep. I was gonna say, does anybody know what that's called? But
Yeah.
it's called jizz. Well, that's our time. That's a podcast. That's a wrap. Thank you guys so much for coming to hang out with us. We, for those of you who don't know, we have a donation box in the back by our table. We
Donation
are raising money and donation items for Real Loki Superheroes for our Christmas campaign. So that's it.
So from our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always. All right, we are doing some more interviews today with some people. What is your name? Emily. Obviously, I'm Denise. We are going to ask you some Star Wars questions. And let's find a really fun one. Oof, I have like rearranged all these. Okay. Would you rather have C-3PO narrate your life for a day, or have Darth Vader's theme music play every time you enter the room?
Darth Vader's theme music. I'd be so excited.
That seems to be the general consensus with everybody.
I'm in sales too, so I walk in playing. That's like, ooh, who's she?
It gains attention. It's a showstopper. Okay, so you're running late for work.
Always.
I feel that. And you can choose to fly one. Are you gonna fly a pod racer? So they're like, do you know the pod racer? Okay, the pod racer, or hitch a ride on the Millennium Falcon.
I'm gonna go with my own pod.
That's what I'm
Like,
saying.
what if someone else is stuck?
I
More
want
like,
to control with my own flying.
Like, will I get there safely? No. Will I get there safely in a car? No.
It's a toss-up. Better one. Yes, I love the pod racing, so yes. And let's do one more. Would you rather have a tauntaun as your roommate? So do you know what a tauntaun is?
No.
So in Empire Strikes Back, the tauntaun is what they ride on the ice planet, and he slices it open. It's like, there's no on the outside. So would you rather have that as a roommate, or share a kitchen with a mischievous Ewok?
Share a kitchen with an Ewok.
Share a kitchen with an Ewok. How would you handle their quirks?
I have roommates currently, so what's the difference? I live with men.
I mean, I can see. Okay, I get it. Thank you for answering the question. Okay, so we're back. More interviews, and your name is
Jacek.
Jacek.
Yes.
Did I say it correctly?
Yeah.
Oh, I like it.
It's Polish. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, so if you could only communicate in Wookiee growls or R2D2 beeps for a day, which would you choose, and how would you get through your day?
I'd probably go with beeps.
Beeps?
Because you can have different like tones
Yeah.
with the beeps, and with enough of his tools and everything like that, I feel you could get the point across.
Okay, okay.
With the growls, you sound aggressive 24/7, and I don't know how I would be able to handle always just sounding aggressive instead. I feel
can see that. Yeah,
I feel
yeah.
the beeps are a little bit more like.
Could you give us an example?
I don't. Not exactly.
Okay, that's
I'm not-
fine.
I don't know how to do the beeps very well.
That is fine.
I mean,
So if you could rewrite the ending of any Star Wars movie,
oh sweet.
what would you change?
It would be 9
Okay.
in any way to make sure that Kylo is treated correctly.
I love Kylo.
Any way that wouldn't have killed him.
Okay, I'm on board with this. I wanted them to survive too. I wanted them to survive and help rebuild the Jedi Order with Rey. Not as a couple, but as like friends.
Correct.
Yes.
I just think that they mishandled it becoming a relationship out of nowhere.
Okay.
Because I feel that there was a relationship, but it was more of they could have worked together.
Mhm.
But then they're just like, okay, now it's a romantic relationship, and by the way, now Kylo's dead, and I'm like,
I wanted them to have a very platonic relationship, and
yeah.
yeah.
And what's weird is like 8 showed that it could have worked with them fighting together.
Yeah. Yes, in The Last Jedi.
And then I'm just like, I don't like this movie, but that one scene
So good.
is so good, it's not even
So good.
funny. And then they're just like, let's throw that away now. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I like his answer. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. If you had to communicate only in Wookiee growls or R2D2 beeps and boops for a whole day, which one would you do?
Probably the Wookiee.
Okay.
Mhm.
Give us a demo. Oh, you gotta be louder than
No, I
that.
can't do more than that. because that's what my voice can do.
Oh, I got you. Okay. Okay. If do you have pets?
Yes, I do.
What do you have?
One dog and one cat.
Okay, if you had to pick a Star Wars character to babysit your pets for an entire weekend, who would it be?
It wouldn't be Jabba the Hutt. Let's
You want to come back to them?
yeah, probably C-3PO because he would be the most proper with them.
Oh,
He
okay.
might be able to even communicate with them better than I can.
You know, that's true.
That's right. So
I never thought about
Yeah, there you go.
3PO communicating. Yeah.
he could do that. So
6 billion languages. One of them's got to be
Cat and dog.
you never know.
pets, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would think so. If not, he could probably figure it out, right? Like,
He did with the Ewoks.
yeah, he could figure it out. Okay, If you had to fight 100 duck-sized AT-ATs or one AT-AT-sized duck, what would you pick?
Probably 100 ducks.
Okay, how would you win?
How would I win?
How would you win?
Make lots of soup.
Okay, that's clever.
Thank you.
All right. If you had to fight 100 duck-sized AT-ATs or AT-ATs,
Ooh, yeah.
or one AT-AT-sized duck, what would you pick?
AT-AT-sized duck.
Yeah?
AT-AT-sized duck.
Okay, that's what I
Okay,
picked too. What would be your battle plan? How would you win?
A knife and climb it.
Oh, okay. How about you?
I would take my shoelace and I would go around the duck a lot.
Nice.
Pull a loop.
Last
Yep, you trip it up.
He'd be like,
Crash. Okay, if you could only communicate in R2-D2 beeps and boops or Wookiee growls for one whole day, which one would you pick?
I feel like it would be easier to ask you. R2-D2.
All right, give us a demo.
Why?
How would you get through your day?
You're on the toilet. Okay, you just met your date.
I can't whistle.
I can whistle, I just can't. He does it really fast.
I would say the Chewbacca.
Yeah?
'Cause
Let's hear it.
I'd be like, it doesn't work.
Pain. You're in pain.
Yeah,
You'll
like
say
a
you got some
lion
back
did.
pain going
I
on
get
there?
out of bed, I'm like, the exasperated.
Okay, I've got one more for you.
All right.
If you had to pick either Darth Vader's theme music,
Wait, Darth Vader's theme music, or
Darth Vader's theme music
wait,
playing.
remind us what it is.
Dun, 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 dun,
Okay, so we have that playing every time you walk through a door, or C-3PO narrating your entire life.
Over here.
Which one are you picking? Yeah? Yeah, you'd rather have the theme music?
Yeah.
Da-dum, dum, da-dum. The ducks have come back.
The ducks have come back.
How about you?
I have to go with the other one.
C-3PO narrating your life?
Yeah. Oh my!
Every single thing you do.
Then he lost $3,000 in a Craigslist scam.
Thank you. That was so much fun. Thank you for playing with us. Okay. Hey, so we are here with Toad. Do you want to introduce yourself? I'm the best. I was not expecting that. That was amazing. Okay, so first thing that comes to your mind, if you had to pick a Star Wars character to invite to your family dinner, who would you pick?
In human form or in plastic?
Anybody.
Mark Hamill.
He's Mark Hamill, Luke
think you
Skywalker.
win.
They're one and the same.
Luke as a stormtrooper.
Okay.
Okay.
How do you think it would go?
I think it would go hilarious.
I think that'd be great. Okay, this is one of my favorites. If you had to communicate for an entire day in R2-D2 beeps and boops or Chewie growls.
Oh god. Depend on how I felt that day, honestly.
Okay, well if it was today,
R2 beeps.
give us a demo.
We get some good screams. Yes.
Favorite. Okay.
Yes.
I love when one rolls by and it screams. So good.
Okay, if you had to fight 100 duck-sized AT-ATs or one AT-AT-sized duck, what would you pick?
One.
Okay, what would be your battle plan?
Do I have weapons?
Yeah, if you want them.
Okay, one.
This is your imagination.
Okay. If I had one, ant-sized duck.
Yep.
I'd probably just run at its legs and like tackle its legs.
Because it's just on these little wobbly duck feet.
Right. Or like just take all of my weight and just charge at it. Like, so it falls over.
My battle plan was to make friends by feeding it grapes,
and
then climb up it and ride it into battle with my battle duck.
But that would require
that is a good
so
plan.
many grapes. Like, so many grapes would need to be bought for that.
But then once I was on my duck, we could just break into Reese's and Walmart and everywhere. They can have all the ducks they want. It's gonna argue
I'm
with
here
the battle
for the
duck.
grapes. And they'd say,
Here you go. Take them all. Hey, herd.
So, we have talked about in last week's episode from Lexicon that we have been raising money for Real Okie Superheroes.
Yep, it is time for our senior campaign, and that means every holiday season we visit 7 to 9 senior facilities around the area. Every resident in every facility gets a tote bag full of necessities and luxury items and just little things to say, hey, your community is thinking about you. Each one of these tote bags costs about $15 to do. And we were unable to do our large fundraiser for this year, so we've been doing what we can to try to help, and we've had 2 days of being able to raise money for the stocking campaign.
So, I have just finished calculating our totals, and this weekend we were able to raise $142 for Real Okie Superheroes. We will be delivering that somehow to Arlene.
Yep. We will get with Arlene, and then we will deliver it.
But because of this, we can buy like half a dozen bags, totes for the seniors. So thank you all for your contributions. Words are hard.
So everybody who came by and donated money for a wheel spin, who just handed us money because they heard about what we're doing, thank you. We can't do any of this without you.
From our galaxy to yours.
Of course, be with you.
Always. So we hope you really enjoyed that panel. Like,
we had so much fun. You can tell how, like, I mentioned this in our Lexicon episode, but like I got flustered. I saw the clock go to 11, and I, for some reason, was just like, "Oh no, we ran over. Our time's up. We're time up at 11. We have to go." And I was like, "Well, that's our episode."
And I'm just sitting there staring blankly, like what's
we have
going
20
on?
minutes. What are you doing? And I was like, "No, it's 11." And she was like, "Well, we have until 11:30." And I was like, "Oh,
all right.
Well, we're done. Bye."
That's right, because it was still like pretty early on in the con, and a lot of
Yeah.
people. It is a Sunday in Oklahoma. People
Right.
do their family things in the morning and then do things in the afternoon.
Yep.
So that's fine. But
It was fun.
it was funny. You could just see it on the
She was like, "What are
face.
you doing?" And I was like, "It's 11 o'clock. We have to go. The next group's trying to come in." She's like, "No, we have until 11:30. We're like 20 minutes." And I was like,
Well, to be fair, all the other like
"We're done."
all the other panels started like on the hour.
Right.
So
and
it
ours
made
was
sense. 3
10:30.
to 11:30, and then it was 12, 1, 2.
Totally
Yeah.
threw me off. So, I wandered away and cleaned up and wandered away while Denise hung out and talked to the moderators, and I went and found Platypus Dad and hung out with him in his booth for a little while.
It was fun. Like I
was
said,
fun.
we had so much fun hanging out with people. It was a good time. I would definitely like to do that panel again.
Yeah.
Yep. With like a big audience. That would be so much fun because we had, as you heard, people talking from the audience, responding to things.
Yep.
And giving feedback, and we don't have a video for it, but we were also throwing beach balls at people.
Yeah, that
too.
was super fun. You might see some clips of those. We had Eric and Phil taking videos and clips for us.
So, but that was fun. It's definitely something like we're going to look into possibly doing again for 2025. They are doing a Father's Day one and a Halloween one next year.
So we'll see about potentially doing that.
I know they are growing. They've changed their name from Tulsa Comic Book Swap to Nostalgia Con, I believe it is. Tulsa Nostalgia. Yeah. Which I think is going to
Tulsa Comic Con?
No, that's the business name.
Oh, okay.
They're going to I think it's going to be called the Tulsa Nostalgia Con, which if that's the case, then it's definitely, they're going to hit into more of the
retro.
Yes.
I expect to see like retro video games, retro comic books,
and
toys,
also let people know it's not
retro
just
fandoms, Ghostbusters, Star Wars.
But it'll also let people know it's not just solely comic book.
Right. Not just for collectors. Like,
yeah, it is everybody.
There will be vendors and activities and food trucks and
They even had a bar there.
Yeah, they even had a
I
bar.
did not have a drink though.
I didn't either.
But it was cool. So good job, Nick. You put on a great con. We had a blast. It was a lot of fun.
Yep. Stay tuned for whatever comes next for them and for us.
So thanks for listening. Let us know some of your answers to some of these questions, or do you agree with some of our answers for these questions? Yeah, so from our galaxy to yours,
May the force be with you.
always. Nice. Thank you for listening to Sisterhood of the Traveling Bantha, written and produced by Denise McKay.
Edited and produced by Rexy Jupiter. Original logo design by Tyler Rigney.
Intro and outro music is provided by the Galactic Empire.
You can find us on all streaming platforms at Travel and Bantha.
And join our Discord for fun-filled galaxy chats.
You can also sign up for our Patreon starting at just $3. You get exclusive episodes, merch, behind the scenes, and more.
And a special thanks to all our Jedi Knight members and higher. We have Rooney, Michael Beavers, Mark Collier, and James Peak. From our galaxy to yours,
may the force be with you.
Always.